I'm just so sorry that these people have lost their faith in America, because I know I certainly haven't. The fact that these people refuse to believe that something like this could happen is something that all of us don't want to believe, but the sad truth is that it is. These people saying this is absolutely disturbing, and I'm not an actor in any sense, way, shape, or form. We had a fire alarm earlier that day, and that was a drill, so we thought this was a drill too, just another one. Because we have a lot of fire alarms, a lot of fire drills at the school. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice.
It's okay, you're fine.
Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor... Sorry.
It's okay. You're fine, David. You're fine.
Honestly, when I was going out, I was kind of in...
It's okay.
When I was going out, I was in shock.
Yeah, saying I don't know how to put this in perspective. Okay.
So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same, I believe, in the same hallway as the shooter. Oh, hold on. One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't know if he was going to live.
Right.
Really?
Like, he's not even supposed to be in our school. He's like 25 and he's from California, even though he's my debate partner. What the hell?
Shocking.
Right.
Really?
Like, he's not even supposed to be in our school. He's like 25 and he's from California, even though he's my debate partner. What the hell?
Shocking.
First response was, that sounded a lot like a gunshot. And we close the door. And we tell our teacher, she closes the door. And right after she does that, the fire alarm gets pulled.
The day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting. Son of a former FBI agent, and that is true. But as such, it is also true that I go to Stoneman Douglas High School.
You mean the world to me. You're smart and funny and reasonably attractive in a non-threatening way, which I like.
Really?
Girls, I've asked you 1,000,000 times not to act out scenes with the produce.
A, it's part of our creative process. B, we're not girls, we're women. Misogynist. And C, happy Valentine's Day to you, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any veggies that look like wieners? Hey, guys.
Oh my god, we said look good, not like off-brand gem dolls.
Sassy ladies on the town, celebrating V-Day by loving ourselves. Pack them in your bag. It's called Tupperware. Show them your Tupperware.
See, this is why people don't like vegans, Emma.
No, I don't want them to think I'm high maintenance.
But you are.
What are you doing?
Now it's your turn to have the cracker.
Look what I found.
And now we have to figure out how to get blood out of the duvet cover.
That's a portmanteau, motherfucker. Well, don't swear at him.
I'm gonna call you a cab.
You're calling the cops?
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to drop the sandwich.
Tonight, we'll be making food that celebrates being single, sassy, and a little bit stinky.
So we should probably go ahead and clean up now.
Yeah, we should clean up. And, yeah.
smell like burning garbage.
10 out of 10, mega babe.
I thought you were going to serve her the puttanesca.
Puttanesca? I hardly know her.
Town celebrating V-Day by loving ourselves.
You know, sometimes you put anything in front of you that you can to try to protect yourself. And we were reading that your friends suggested you just get a book, hold up a book.
Yeah. My
tell
friend,
me about that.
Yeah, she was. She was the one who pushed me, and we were running. Like we were already situated in the by the bookshelf, and she's like, "Grab a book, grab a book." So I took a book. It was a tiny book, but I took a book and I held it up, and I believe maybe the book kind of deterred some of the bullets, so it didn't hit me so badly. But she was the one who gave me the idea. Yeah, she definitely helped a lot. The gunman, there was 2 people in the hallway that I know, and I believe that they were shot. And after I heard those 2 gunshots, then we started running, and then he came for our classroom. So he came after he shot those other.
Our first test is going to involve this book. It's pretty thick. It's about 3 inches thick, give or take. We're going to shoot this book with a Desert Eagle 50 AE, and we're going to see if we make it through it, which I'm guessing we're going to make it through it. After that, I'm going to put a ballistics gel block behind it, and we're going to see how far we make it into that block after we go through the book. All right, here's our Desert Eagle chambered in 50 AE. We've got it loaded up with some Underwood 300 grain hollow points. Now let's see if we can make it through this book. All right, just as I thought, that sliced through that book like a hot knife through butter.
I went running around trying to find out where I was supposed to be, and I got locked out in my classroom with a couple other kids. And we couldn't get into a classroom. We were all stuck in the hallway, kind of just running. We didn't know where he was. We couldn't hear the gunshots anymore.
How did you know there was a he? So you heard shots?
Yeah, we did hear shots.
And did you think instantly, oh my god, those are gunshots? Or did you think it was balloons popping, as one student told me? And how would you even know what it would sound like?
I thought it was a drill because they told us we would have police officers who were going to be firing blanks to, like, scare us, get us, like, you know, trained for this. So no one took it seriously until I heard, like, screaming. It was the worst screaming I'll ever hear. It was awful, like.
We've been reporting about the tragedy and the horror, but also the confusion. Some students telling me they thought this was a drill, that there had been a fire alarm earlier in the day, and that they had been told a few weeks ago that there would be an active shooter drill, but never did they imagine it would turn out to be the real thing.
Yep. What you are watching is exclusive footage from NBC News of an active shooter drill. It's the 13th such drill the school district has staged in the past year. And the victims are students, all volunteers.
Because they told us that they were going to have like fake, you know, and have people being taken away and like have them scream or whatever. So I was like, it must be
like in
fake.
a school drill? Like,
yeah,
is that
like a drill?
I was just thinking of places I would hide or run if in the scenario that had ever happened. I couldn't think of any.
Look, you know, they could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, you know, shooting blanks, you know, to see what would happen, you know.
And schools all across the country, from Texas to Indiana to Oregon, have staged the kind of drill you are seeing here.
And then I ran past the office and I saw more people there, like kids I see in choir every day. And it was starting to get to me, and then I saw the gunman like right in front of me, and I stopped and I meant to run, but I was kind of frozen in my spot, and he shot me, and I was like, I died. So
It has been to send adults playing the role of homicidal gunmen into schools. It has been to teach kids the best way to shield their bodies from the bullets. This is duck and cover for a new generation. But of course, our old Cold War adversaries are gone. The enemy now is within.
changes would you like to see enacted?
I think there needs to be a complete ban on assault weapons.
We need laws in place that are going to prevent people from walking into schools with assault rifles. Yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a ban on these assault rifles.
So any banning of any guns, I would be supportive of.
To give up some rights to have assault rifles, it's like a higher priority than people losing their lives.
Assault weapons are not necessary for home defense. They're not necessary for the average citizen to have.
What laws would you like to see? What kind of guns would you like to see banned?
Just assault rifles.
Who would support the ban of assault weapons moving forward? How many of you would support banning the sale of assault weapons moving forward? Okay, so 5 out of 5 for banning an assault weapon. Do you know what an assault weapon is?
Yeah, it's assault weapon. It's like I kind of do, but kind of don't.
Okay.
Like.
It's just, well...
What is an assault weapon?
Can any of you tell me what an assault weapon is?
I guess. But assault weapons, like, does that sound safe to you?
Do you guys know what an assault weapon is?
Yeah, honestly, if you're asking me, any gun that isn't a pistol should be banned.
The same amount of people die by assault weapons as do car crashes in a given year.
As what?
Do car crashes. It's a similar number.
Okay. It's not actually, but...
Or isn't it similar?
No, it's not. So assault weapons count for about 3% of gun deaths, and car crashes are about the leading cause.
Okay, I thought that was... But a lot of people die by gun deaths.
Do you guys know what an assault weapon is, though?
I mean, a phrase that comes to mind is like military-style weapon.
What an assault weapon is? Yeah, it's like, it's an arm that, like a gun, for instance, that you can buy at a shop pretty easily that is, like, can cause more deaths than, like, one, I guess.
I consider any... I'm not even against just assault weapons. I'm pretty much against most guns.
I think that the Second Amendment at this time is outdated. I think that the wording needs to be revisited.
I think it's something that was meant for a different time.
I think the Constitution in and of itself is something that's outdated. Times have changed, and I don't necessarily agree with the Second Amendment to begin with.
I don't think it applies in today's society.
I don't think it leads to anything good or productive or peaceful.
You should be able to protect yourself, but I don't...
Not with a rifle.
But not with like a rifle. Yeah.